Okay, Shabab, Assalamu alaikum. كل عام وانتم بخير. Welcome to the CIN2003 class, Network Enterprise Services. Okay, just waiting for the screen to turn on. PC. Yeah, good. Can you see the screen? Or you can follow from your laptop? Okay. So the CIN2003 Enterprise Network Services, 3 credit hours. We have lab and we have theory lectures. It's all on campus, okay? We are covering 5 CLOs, mainly about explain concepts and technologies behind enterprise server, demonstrate installation of server, implement various enterprise services. CLO4 is about design and configure enterprise directory services. CLO5 is to apply measure to secure your network. Okay. The course will have two quizzes. Each one is 10%. And we will let you know ahead before the quiz, but we will follow the plan here. Okay. And we will tell you what will be covered in each quiz. Okay. Ahead. And if you look down here, this is also our labs that will be covered, the schedule of the labs. So it's important that you read this, keep copy of it. Okay, you see here we have quiz 1, what material is covered. Quiz 2, 10%. Practical is 25%. Project is 25%, and the final practical is also 30%. Okay. Any questions? No questions? Okay. Okay, now we'll share with you the first lecture. Week 1, CLO1. It's an introduction. It's taking time to load, but you can open it from your computer, which I recommend to open it from your laptop. Is it slow also, the network? Okay. So the first lecture is Introduction to Windows Server. Introduction to Windows Server. That's week 1. So what is a computer network? Who can tell me what is a computer network? From what you learned, what you have done before, what you learned, what you have read, what is a computer network?
Something like computer.
Yeah, it's not only computer, we're talking about computer network.
Many devices connected to the network.
It is what the computer network will do. So you have different computers or different devices that are connected with each other. Okay. All right. And what is the benefit?
Sharing resources.
Sharing resources, one of the benefits, security. So when you talk about computer network, what is it and what are the benefits of it? Okay. Try to make the screen big. Yeah. Close this. Yeah, now it's better. So this here we have some simple computer networks. We have some computers, laptops connected to the server, to printers. We have some access points. Computer has components like what? Can you give me an example of a component of a computer? Motherboard, keyboard, mouse. Okay, very good. The network also has components. Okay. One of the components is the network device, the network media like cable, and network operating system, NOS. Who can give me an example of NOS? Windows Server, very good. Linux, Unix. Yes. Okay. And we have one type of network is client server network. Okay. In a client server network, you have one server and you have a network device, and then all the other computers are connected to this server. So when they want to log in, they have to be authorized by the server. We call this client server network. Okay. The architecture is as mentioned earlier. It looks like this. You have server, you have IP addresses to the computers, you have switches, and the switches connected to switch 1, then to the server. Okay. But there we have like LAN. This is a local area network, but we have also WAN, wide area network. We have MAN. MAN is metropolitan area network. Metropolitan, like different buildings connected to each other, certain site. Okay. IP addressing. Why we need IP address for the computer? To be able to communicate with other computers, to be able to access the internet. Okay. We have IP version 4 address. Then now we have IP version 6. Because IP version 4, we are almost running out of addresses, so they came up with the IP version 6. Okay. So what is a server? It is capable of handling network services in complex environments, the third line, okay? And it provides network services, such as what? Domain controller, web servers, print server, file server, exchange server for email, like that, okay? Also, nowadays, we have another type of networking. Who can tell me what is it? Cloud, very good, very good. Cloud computing. Of course, for your server, just like the normal computer, what affects the performance of your computer? What are the components, right? How much RAM? What is the operating system? Graphic card? Same thing with servers. What are the components that are there, and what is the type of operating system that you have? Is it updated like that? You know. We have different type of servers according to their factors and shapes. We have blade server. They are small modules known as blade. They are installed on a server chassis, okay, to save space and power. These servers usually populate data centers or supercomputer facilities. We will show you this. We have one of these in the lab. I'll show you. Okay. Then we have the tower servers. Tower, I think you know the tower computer, right? And we have the rack mountable servers. Okay. Here we have like a rack, and then you have servers installed on it, many servers. Okay. Usually this is available in the data centers, big data centers. You will have these computer servers on racks because you need high performance. NOS, Network Operating System. It is a software capable of managing, maintaining, and providing resources in your network. It can do file sharing, application sharing, web services, managing access and security. Okay, so NOS is very important for your network and for managing your computer network. Examples, we have already talked about the examples: server, Linux, Mac OS, and so on. So now we will concentrate on Windows Server. Windows Server started with Windows NT 3.5, version 3.5, back in the early 1990s. Okay, then they came up with other Windows Server versions. Then they started calling it Windows Server 2000, okay, which is a GUI. What is GUI? Graphical User Interface. We call it GUI. Okay, so it became easier to manage because you can see screens, click. And then Windows Server 2008, you have the option. You can go Windows Core. Core is like you have command. You have to type the commands. Or you can have GUI or CLI. Okay. So you have the core, which is CLI, command interface, or you have a GUI. And Windows Server 2008, we had 32-bit architecture and 64-bit. Windows Server 2012, 64-bit. We are on 64-bit. Okay. Also, we have the new file system, REFS. It was introduced to replace NTFS. Okay. But Windows Server powers many organization backend system and is thus able to provide network services for Windows-based hosts as well as non-Windows. Of course, you should be able to manage your Mac OS computers or Linux computers. Okay, so this REFS is more advanced than NTFS. You need to know that. Some of these things we will see it in the lab. Okay. So, if I want to ask you, who developed Windows Server 2012, 2019? Which company? Do you know? Microsoft. Right. Okay. And this is part of the Windows NT family of operating system. Okay. And they are all working and following the same pattern. Okay, any questions? Of course, they are different from each other in the specifications, scalability, capacity. Okay. So if we want to look at the history, this very nice table, very interesting. So in the 1990s, we have 3.1. In 2000 to 2008, we had Windows Server 2000, Windows Server 2003. Then we started to have the data center in 2009. We had Server 2008, 2012. Then they became the cloud. From 2016, we had Server 2016 and Server 2019. What else do we have now? Who can tell me? What is the latest? Yeah, what Windows operating system is there? What is the name of the Windows cloud? Azure, very good. Okay. So here they say it's the latest. It's actually not the latest, but this is for the date of the book. Okay. So of course they came up with Windows 2019 because it has more features, okay, than 2012 or 16. Okay. All right. And 2019 has new features such as system insights, hybrid cloud storage, migration, and different things we will talk about now. So what are the additions of Windows 2019? Data center, the most powerful, has everything, high virtualization. Then we have 2019 standard. This is the full featured edition designed for medium-sized business that own servers on premises, and for medium-sized companies. Then we have Essentials is designed for small businesses that own a single server. And then we have Microsoft Hyper-V Server is designed as a free product that delivers enterprise class virtualization for data centers and hybrid clouds. Free, but it will be only on Hyper-V. And I will explain to you what is Hyper-V. Did anybody here heard about Hyper-V? VMware? Yeah, Hyper-V is similar. Where did you learn about VMware? Which course? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now VMware is more. It has more features than virtual. So you did your VMware. You did not use VMware. You used VirtualBox. Yes. They stopped using the VMware because maybe the license or something. Hmm? When? When? Last year or last semester?
Last year.
Last semester?
Last year.
Okay.
And the spring.
He did it in the spring. Okay. All right. No problem. Okay. So the features of Windows Server 2019, we have better security, hybrid capabilities, okay, like hybrid cloud, storage migration, system insights. Please, this is important slide, okay. Also, it has better security, okay, because it supports shielded VMs for Windows Server and Linux, okay. Also, it has better features to optimize and improve performance because it supports Linux containers and the Kubernetes platform, okay? Now, we have also features related to infrastructure management, such as REFS, okay? Okay, we will stop at this slide and we'll continue inshallah in the next lecture. But now I'll take the attendance one more time.